Penguins, Poems, and Parables by Seth Neeley. Dedicated to Zoe. My big buddy. You have a mother who takes care of you when you're sick and not well. You have a best friend who understands you better than anyone else. You have a big sister who shows you how to do all kinds of things. But your dog only has you, so be sure to treat him swell. Skippy Sailing. While sailing like a kite, a shark came into sight. I saw its teeth and bite, which gave me such a fright. It jumped a great height, showing its body all white. I held my boat so tight and steered with all my might. The shark put up a fight, but the sky was losing light. When day turned to night, it gave up and swam right. I was happy with such delight. I just hope we don't reunite. Rings and Things. My favorite book is about a very special ring. It's just like something you'd see on a king. The owner loved it so much she wanted to sing. So when it was lost one day, it felt like a sting. She found it again when it fell and went ding. So she put it around her neck to wear on a string. Silver linings. All the other animals were jealous that the giraffe's neck was so long. She thought, it only causes problems. These people are all wrong. She could see over everyone at the movie and had a great view. But doorways were so small that she could never fit through. She noticed that having a long neck could sometimes be good. So she decided to help others as much as she could. One day, her friends lost a frisbee which was stuck in a tree. But she was able to get it down, which made her feel so happy. The Red Chihuahua. People were scared of Zoe the Chihuahua because her fur was red. Red means danger, and red means bad, is what the people said. She really just wanted to be their friends and have them love her too. So she was nice to all the mean people until their love for her grew. Strong bamboo. It grows so fast and stands so tall, bamboo is like a natural wall. Sometimes it's brown, and sometimes it's green. Sometimes it looks dirty, but actually it's very clean. It can bend a lot, but it rarely breaks, and it can even survive a powerful earthquake. It looks very simple, yet beautiful too. There's so much that I love about bamboo. Turtleman. Turtleman isn't a turtle with the head of a man. They only called him that because it's how he ran. He's a really tall dog with brown and white fur. And he runs so fast, all you see is a blur. He lives with a tiny dog the size of his head. He also lives with an old dog who just lays in bed. They found him a home so he could sleep and play. Now Turtleman can be slower and happy every day. Mountain sound. I really don't need cables and plugs when I can have the sun and bugs. Electronics and screens just seem to bore me because outside there's so much more to see. The fresh mountain air and clear water streams are better than things I see in my dreams. Colors and colors. Inside my house is gray and white. There isn't much light, so it's not very bright. But when I play outside, everything is green and blue. So I think to myself, what a wonderful view. Afraid to fly in the sky. 3 friends wanted to take a trip from their home in Nebraska. One day they all decided to meet way up in Alaska. 2 friends were scared to fly, so one took a car and the other took a train. The 3rd friend said, "I'll gladly take an airplane." The friend in a car arrived after 4 long days. There was a flat tire in construction, which caused delays. The 2nd friend arrived after 3 days on a train. Sleep was easy, but too many changes caused such a pain. The 3rd friend in an airplane got there so fast, he was able to eat and relax in the time that had passed. "Next time let's meet in Egypt," the 3rd friend said. The others replied, "We'll take an airplane instead." Jack and Jane. Jane's ears are beautiful. Jack's eyes are a beautiful blue. I'm sure part of me must be beautiful too. Heart beats haiku. My heart beats quickly when I'm scared or excited, but love makes it calm. My books. My books take me places I could never really go. Down to the bottom of the ocean, or even on top of a rainbow. I have favorites that I read over and over again. But I discover new books every now and then. I can meet strange characters all of the time. I can check what they're doing before bedtime. When I finish a book, I'm sad to say goodbye. But on the shelf are many more I can give a try. Bike ride. Nothing is quite like going for a bike ride. I can feel the breeze in my hair when I go fast. I can travel much further while having a blast. Nothing makes me happier than these 2 wheels. I feel safe when the helmet on my head is tight. I feel excited using a lamp to see better at night. Nothing gives me more freedom and adventure. It takes me to the park so I can visit my friend. It takes us down the street and around the bend. Sunnyside. I called to tell my friend in China about the sunny afternoon. But she said, "All I see are the stars and the moon." I thought it was strange, so I asked, "What time is it there?" "It's nearly time for bed," she said. "This is so unfair." I laughed and hung up after we talked. But 10 hours later, everything had swapped. It was now dark outside, and I was getting tired. But it was sunny in China, which I so desired. Drawing and color. In art, there are so many colors and shapes. I never get bored, even if I'm drawing grapes. I can start with a circle and end with a square. I can make something I'm proud of, something I can share. I know that mixing yellow and blue will make the color green. Just like adding 6 and 7 will make the number 13. Sushi Dim Sum Kimchi. I like to eat all kinds of foods, even if others think they are weird. I love sushi rolls from Japan. Hong Kong dim sum, I'm a fan. I'll even eat Korean kimchi if I can. Spring in bloom. During summer, I enjoy the freedom of being outside. It gets so hot, so I swim and go for bike rides. I'm most creative in the autumn when the leaves turn red. I walk my dog at the park and draw pictures in bed. In the winter, I stay warm with hot chocolate and tea. Then I grab my big coat to go sled and ski. When spring comes, air changes from cold to warm. And I love listening to the rumble of a thunderstorm. Boats, boats, boats. A girl lived on a boat. She loved how the wind would take her someplace new. She could meet more people and try different foods. She would bring her family and friends sometimes too. The best part was that she could always change the sails and return home to tell others of her exciting new tales. Ants. I don't step on ants because their families might miss them. I don't pull plants so they can grow a strong stem. I don't throw things at birds so they can keep flying high. I don't take fish out of water since they don't like to be dry. I don't tie snakes into knots because they can't bend. I don't pick on kids because I'd rather just be their friend. Robot Penguin. I don't want to be like a robot penguin moving through the robot crowd. The red robot, green robot, blue robot, and purple are also slow and loud. I want to move my legs freely and go in every way, or maybe even grow big wings so that I can just fly far away. Iceberg. Paul the penguin lived alone on an iceberg. He played his ukulele all day long because he wanted to write wonderful songs. He kept practicing, though nobody was there to listen, nobody was there to watch. He continued because it was his favorite thing in the world to do. It didn't matter if nobody heard and nobody knew. One day a ship came by and the people heard his beautiful music. They wanted him to come to land and play for everyone. Instead, he stayed because he enjoyed his little iceberg and playing his ukulele every day most of all. Camera friend. My camera has always been a great friend to me. I take pictures of my house, my family, and even my puppy. It helps me to remember when my brain has no more room. I can even take faraway pictures with a powerful zoom. Sometimes I'll send a picture to my cousin with a handwritten letter. But while my camera is great, I still like my memory better. Feet. Charlie had 2 feet just like everyone else, but they didn't match one bit. One was long while the other was short. One was wide while the other was narrow. One was even a lighter shade while the other one's color was slightly darker. Each foot had 5 toes though. Both feet could walk and kick. Neither caused problems when Charlie would run, play, and jump. His 2 mismatched feet made him different than other people, but he liked his feet the way they were, so he continued to use his mismatched feet to do the same things as everyone else. My favorite place. The world is so big, I never want to stop traveling. but the best place I've found is where my family and friends are gathering. The perfect dinosaur. If I could be any kind of dinosaur, I'd want to have wings so I could fly. Then I'd soar to the clouds way up in the sky. But I'd also want a fin for a tail so I could swim underwater. I would go out to the sea and maybe even find an otter. Having a long neck would be fun for reaching stuff way up high. But I don't know of any dinosaur that can swim, reach up, and fly. Sunrise. I love sleeping in my warm bed. It's hard to wake and pick up my head. If I get up early though and open my eyes, I can go outside and see a colorful sunrise. The end.